There's a way of reading books that lets you absorb 200% more information. This way of reading is life-changing, and it's how I've been able to read 2 books in the last 7 days, which I've considered impossible 8 days ago. And to my surprise, I remember most of what the books were about, and I use it every day. By the end of this video, you will be able to do the same, brother. I want you to imagine what life would be like if every time you read a book, you would get 10% closer to who you want to become. That would just be in 3 to 7 days. Imagine that every time you read a book about focus, for example, your concentration gets slightly deeper. You read a book about health, your diet slightly improves. Then you read a book about sleep. The quality of your sleep improves by 10%, which improves just about everything in your life. 10% doesn't seem like much, but imagine what would happen if in the gym your performance would be 10% worse. You would put on significantly less muscle. If your social skills improved by 10%, you would learn how to use eye contact better and improve the tonality of your voice. Suddenly, that 10% would make you 100 times more attractive to women, and you would be able to get a girlfriend. Do you see the power in here, my friend? And remember, that is just one book. Imagine you would get so good at this that you would be able to read 1 book in 7 days. You would be able to make this massive jump 4 times a month. Insanely powerful. That is the power of reading books the right way. You're gonna learn today how to do that, my friend. But before I tell you how to do it, I need to tell you that anybody can do it, because I wasn't born with this superpower. I said I considered this to be impossible just 8 days ago. The way I was reading books before was very chaotic. I grabbed the book that some YouTuber recommended to me, which was good for what I wanted to fix. I started reading, and as I was reading the second sentence, I forgot what I was reading about. Literally, the book could be talking about how to smile better. Okay, so I was reading, this is how you smile, you do this by... and I forgot, wait, what was I reading about? I literally forgot what the chapter was about 2 sentences in. That's how bad it was. And every time I finished one of the books I was reading, I remember thinking to myself, is that it? Is this what I'm gonna get from this book? And I actually searched on YouTube how to read better, but nothing works for me. They tell you to read with your finger, they tell you to remove the inner dialogue with yourself so that it makes you read faster. And it worked. I had read faster, but still I got nothing from that book. If I had just not listened to these guys and I had known this information I'm about to give you today earlier, all of those books you see, my friend, I would have so much more from them. I would be so much smarter, I would be so much more interesting as a person. My social skills would be so much better, because I have not read just 1 book about social skills. There's plenty, bro. Just imagine what that's gonna do for you. Let me teach you the right way, brother. If you told me 2 weeks ago that I will be able to read 2 books in 1 week, I would say you are fucking crazy. I'm on a journey to make myself better for about 3 to 5 years. I'm not exactly sure, but this 1 week is the fastest I've made growth, just because of the reading. So stop listening to these YouTubers. Let me actually teach you how to read properly and how you can get the most out of it. You've maybe realized I already made a video about how to read better, but that's outdated. In this video, I'm gonna tell you a better way. So this is how you read properly, my friend. There are 8 things here, and I'm gonna go quickly over them, but if you want me to go in depth in every single one of them, comment down below. I think you will really enjoy that too. At the end of the video, I have a little surprise for you. The first thing, my friend, is hyper-focus on your book. My friend, if you want your books to give you the best value possible, you have to hyper-focus. You have to eliminate everything else from your consciousness and just focus on the book you have in front of you. That's gonna allow you to absorb all the information that is in front of you, and you'll get the most out of it. You can imagine a circle, right? And this circle represents your attentional space, which means everything that is in your consciousness that you are aware of. What I want you to do to hyper-focus is, imagine that in the middle of this circle, there is a small circle that represents your reading. I want you to fill up the whole attentional space with just your reading. That way you will get into flow state and you will get so deep inside of the book that you will absorb everything that's in there. You can call attention space attention capacity. That makes more sense, doesn't it? I'm gonna tell you more tips about how to do this better in the next thing, but before I do, a quick tip, bro. The one thing that helped me so much is I put on my AirPods and I put noise cancelling on and I played this music on Spotify which lets you focus better. There is this study that said the best music for hyperfocus is something very simple. Something with no lyrics, something that's not catchy, something very simple that's very lightly in the background while you are reading. In the description I'm gonna leave a playlist on Spotify I listen to every time I read. It's game changer, bro. Number 2, brother. Remove distracting objects. I want you to ask yourself, what in my environment could be more interesting to my brain than reading right now? As you will ask yourself this question, you will realize, okay, my phone is sitting next to me, and there is even a possibility of getting a notification that's distracting. You can simply put it in a drawer or put it on the bed behind you or put it somewhere you can't even see your phone. This part of the video is very fast, but it's so powerful because you will start to realize that everything around you is a distraction. And if there are no distractions for your brain and nothing more interesting than reading, you leave no choice for yourself but to read and hyper-focus and get the most out of it. Okay, number 3, and this one is powerful, my friend. Grab a highlighter and highlight everything that gives you the light bulb effect. Then when you are finished with the book, reread it again, but only the highlighted parts. My friend, this is so powerful and I'm so surprised that nobody is talking about it. I used it on this book and as you can see, I highlighted a lot of things. Basically almost every page. And this is the reason why I remember most of this book. It's actually genius when you think about it, because you read the book, you highlight the nuggets, and you reread the nuggets that triggered something in you. This way you're able to extract everything that's most powerful from the book. And it's available to you whenever you want to come back to it. It's so powerful, bro. And it's actually so easy and affordable to do because I grabbed a set of 4 highlighters for like €2 and it gave me wisdom that can generate me millions of dollars. But you wouldn't be able to highlight these nuggets if you did not pay attention. Number 4, read mindfully. Actually pay attention to what you are reading, brother, by being present. You see, this is what happens when you are not present. You are reading this life-changing book and you forget. You don't know what it is about because you did not pay attention. You were thinking about what you're gonna text Bianca or what you're gonna eat after this. No, brother. Let me help you. When you are reading and you get distracted by your mind, which is gonna happen, by the way, think of what is occupying your attention capacity. That circle I was talking about. Think of what is inside of it. What's on your mind? Okay, reading. Okay, texting Bianca and eating because I wanna eat more calories. I did it, by the way. So what you do is, you look at the circle and what's inside of it and you eliminate Bianca and you eliminate eating because you want this to be full of reading. Just that. And you say to yourself, okay, I'm gonna think about what to text later because now I'm focusing on this. I'm gonna think about what to eat later because now reading is my priority. And suddenly you will realize that you will be able to focus and not be distracted by these things. The 5th way to improve your reading is, as you are reading, I want you to keep a notebook open right next to you with a pen. This is because whenever something strikes you, you will be able to write it down without the hassle of, okay, let me open it, let me grab, where's my pen? No, it's already there. You just have to grab your pen and write. And the thing is, bro, you actually don't have to write anything down, but just having it there is gonna force you to focus more on what you are reading. This is how I've been able to capture one of the best ideas from the book that weren't even in the book. My mind created them by connecting dots. Okay, this is a way to focus. This is what I do. Let me combine it and boom, a great idea. So I wrote it down. And the thing is, bro, do not copy word by word what you find inside of the book because that's gonna give you fuck all. What you have to do is you read something that gives you that light bulb effect and you write it down in your own words because you're gonna allow your brain to process it and you're gonna remember it. Right, we're getting close to the end, bro. Number 6 is take action. Gonna keep this one very short. When you are reading something and you get that light bulb effect, think about just how can I use it in the real world. You can write it down, but the best thing you can do is you close the book and you actually go and do it. Let's say the books tell you that smiling and eye contact is very warm towards people and they will like you more. So you close the book, you get up from your chair and you go speak to your mom. And as you're speaking to her, you hold eye contact and you smile as you are talking. When you do this, you will be ahead of 100% of readers, bro, because people just read out of habit and they just read and they do nothing about it. But when you do this, you will engrave it into your brain that okay, this works. And after a time, my friend, you will realize that you are doing it subconsciously because you trained your brain to be doing it. And this is also a difference between being a passive reader and an active learner. You always want to be an active learner. Number 7, my friend. Question whether this book is worth consuming at all. You can do this before you read and during you read. The thing is, bro, we consume a lot of things out of habit without questioning their worth, and books included. You have to ask yourself, after I read this book, will I be happy how I invested my time? Is this book actually good for me right now? Is this book gonna help me, or is it just a catchy title? You have to question yourself about this because most books just have catchy titles. You can read the title and say, okay, I know what it's about. You have to realize, brother, that your attention is the most valuable thing you have and everything is trying to take it away from you. So you almost have to let things fight for your attention. Let that book fight for it, bro. Is that book worth your attention? Is that article worth your time and effort? Something to keep in mind, bro. And number 8, my friend, recharge. When you feel like your focus is fading away, put the book down and do something habitual and mindless for 10 minutes or end the session. This way you will be able to remove all of the junk volume out of your reading. Let's say you spend 2 hours reading, but you only focus and pay attention for the first hour, so the next hour would be junk volume. So when you realize that your focus is starting to be kinda shit, you put it down and okay, you do something else. You don't waste your time. This way, almost all of your time reading will be high quality because you'll be focused, you'll be in flow. And you almost have to accept that the first 1 minute when you read will be the hardest because you'll not be in the flow yet. But after that initial minute or two, you will get into flow and it will start flowing, bro. This is not the end of the video. I got a bonus for you, but before we go into the bonus, let's recap. So the first thing is hyperfocus, attentional space, manage your attention capacity. The second thing was remove distracting objects. The third thing was grab a highlighter and highlight what gives you a lightable effect and then reread it, but only the highlighted parts. Read mindfully, be present, brother. Number 5, keep an open notebook with a pen next to you. Number 6, take action. Become an active learner instead of being passive reader. Number 7, question whether this book is worth consuming at all. And number 8, when you feel like your focus is fading away, recharge. Let's go into the bonus, my friend. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things here. First thing is, read slow but use something as a tool. Brother, what I do when I read, I use this, the bookmark. And as I'm reading, I'd basically glide it like this, because your eyes will have so much easier time focusing on the text. Try moving your eyes slowly across the room. It's gonna look like this. Kinda twitchy, right? But when I put a finger here and I follow it, it's much smoother, right? It's almost like it's levitating. The second thing of your bonus, try to replace your phone sessions of scrolling for reading. That's gonna allow you to read a little more each day. The third thing, my friend, read what you like in the moment. For example, right now, I'm focused on reading about the power of now, the present moment, because that's what interests me after reading Hyperfocus. If I went on and read something which I don't even give a shit about right now, I would not be able to read through it quickly and probably would not even get much from it. Number 4, create a time of your day to read. Obvious. And the last one, don't force yourself to read. You have to make it enjoyable. If you force yourself, not really great. Make it so that you will enjoy it. I look forward to reading every single day because I made it very relaxing. I hope you enjoyed this, my friends, because I did. You could have noticed that this is not an ordinary YouTube channel. This is a place for you to grow. So if you like this video, brother, you're gonna like my other videos as well. So click the subscribe button right now and join us. And also, I wanted to say this only to people who watched the whole video because you are special. You got better attention span than 99% of people. And that's why I invite you to join us by clicking the first link in the description. We are called the New 1% and we are the best community in the world. Of people like you and I. My friend, if you have some goals in your life, you will achieve them so much quicker with us because you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And if you spend a lot of time with me and the boys here, you'll achieve your goals in no time. So if you want to join us, click the first link in the description. We go above and beyond.